Welcome, welcome, warriors. It's me, Linda B. Thank you all so much for joining me again tonight. Thank you so much, guys. I was watching that Pete Hegseth, that whole thing with them just coming after him. I got so mad I had to stop watching. I got mad at those people. I should have prayed because I really felt some type of way. And I forgot the lady's name, but she was really getting up under my skin. But thank you guys for joining. Don't forget to smash the like button, comment, share, subscribe, hit all notifications so that you are always alerted of new content. I'm about to drop a video from my other channel, but I just finished editing and I got to wait for it to export and upload. So you guys be patient with me on that one. But thank you so much for supporting me there also on the Linda B Show. All right, guys, let's get into a quick prayer. We're going to get right into it. Dear God, in Jesus' name, we thank you so much for your grace, your mercy. Your mercies are renewed every morning, and we thank you for answering our prayers. Father, please forgive us. Have mercy on this nation, on Israel, Father, that we have an international revival. God, let your people, I'm praying that the right people get confirmed, that we have none of those shenanigans that we did the first term of Trump. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, you guys, let's get into it. Hello, June Stanley, Ioneer. Everyone, welcome, welcome, welcome. Michael Rodriguez. You guys are amazing. All right, let's get into this. We're talking about how the left exploits women. Okay, they say that they are for us. And that was the whole thing that they were talking about with the Pete Hegseth confirmation. They were trying to make it look like the man's a misogynist. What he was trying to say was the meritocracy should just be there, and that should be our only focus, rather than focusing on getting a certain number of women or other types of people. We should just focus on merit, because at the end of the day, you're in combat. You don't have time for people who may or may not have met the standard. The standard should be high, kept high. Men and women are different. Men do some things better than women, and women do some things better than men. We both have our areas that we excel in, and we should not just live in this alternative reality. But enough of me ranting. This is Vince Everett Ellison talking about this Joy Taylor situation, where this woman, well, in any event, you're going to see what this is all about. Check it out.
On the Vince Everett Ellison Show, we're going to talk about this stuff going on at Fox Sports, sexual harassment and all the reasons behind it, and how the left is behind it, and how they see women and how they're misogynist. We're going to unpack all that for you today on the Vince Everett Ellison Show. All right, let's get this thing started. I was at home just minding my own business, not bothering nobody, drinking my coffee. I look on TV, and there's this story everywhere about this Fox Sports News lady by the name of Joy Taylor. I didn't know her. I'd never heard of her. And that's some type of lawsuit that was written by this lady by the name of Nashin Faji. And it's a sexual harassment lawsuit. But somehow or another, in this lawsuit, she's saying that this woman, Joy Taylor, has slept her way to the top, and that she was using sexual coercion to get what she wanted to at Fox Sports.
And I don't say this to be hypercritical of Joy Taylor. I don't have harsh opinions of Joy Taylor. She's not someone that I didn't get along with. I basically, for the most part, just kept my distance from Joy Taylor. And I kept my distance, not because I didn't like her. It's just because I knew myself. I know myself. I know what I'm capable of. And that big rack of hers that she showed off constantly, it's just, and that peanut butter skin with that big rack, like, Jay, keep your distance. That's going to get you into trouble. And so that's what I did. I kept my distance. Because when you put some woman in a job, talking sports with a bunch of men, it's a job she's not qualified for. She's talking sports with professional athletes, people that did it at the highest level. She's talking sports with me or Colin Cowherd or other people that have like really studied sports at a super high level. What does she have to offer other than her sex appeal? And so should we be surprised that she leaned into that? No, we should. They put her in that position where it's the only thing she had to offer. And so she offered it up and got what she wanted. Let's think this through. As if you go into the lawsuit and the things that Nusheen says and the way she says things played out, Joy Taylor was some sort of fill-in talk show host down in Miami who, you know, people in Miami kind of knew who she was. I think she may have had some association with Dan Le Batard or whatever, but she hadn't taken Miami by storm as a radio talk show host. She was a little extra, attractive girl. Jason Taylor's sister. Hey, let's put her on radio. But she hadn't really done anything. But somehow she's qualified to be the host of Undisputed, a debate show between Skip Bayless, who, like him or not, was an accomplished sports journalist for a time, and a Hall of Fame football player in Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe reached the top of the sports industry. Skip Bayless reached the top of the sports media industry. And Joy Taylor had done some radio work down in Miami.
All right, guys, tell me what you think about this. Now, I've never heard of this woman until now. I'm just going to be real, until today. And I had no idea that this was actually going on. This Ellison said he hadn't heard of her. This story is going all around. And clearly she doesn't have the experience that Jason Whitlock just mentioned. And she is there really for eye candy. Okay, because it's talking about sports. Men are going to be watching this channel because it's talking about sports. And so they figured they could get a female that's very attractive and put her there in front. Now, this story is very, very interesting. And again, it digs at the heart of how the left exploits women. They pretend to care for women, but they put us in horrible harm's way. They put us in harm's way. If you even think about the whole sports thing with biological men who identify as women going up against biological women, and then something horrible happens. The woman gets knocked out, like in the Paris Olympics, all that chaos was happening. And, I can't Riley Gaines, I think she's a swimmer, that she talked about Leah Thomas. So these are things that the left is actually imposing upon us, like we're supposed to live in an alternate reality. The fact of the matter is, whatever the left says that they care about something or some group of people, in this case, women or Black people, they really say that. But look at the fruit of what they're doing. Does what they say match what they do? And I will argue with anybody. No, it does not. Okay, so this is about Joy Taylor and how the left exploits women in plain sight. They are using this woman who has no experience for her looks. He's talking about he knows himself. He's going to stay far away from her. Okay, just far away from her. And that's a smart thing to do, Jason.
What does she have to offer? So how does she get that job? How does she even get that opportunity? Because she's got a big pair of cans, and she's, according to Sheen, she's willing to let people enjoy those big cans of hers.
All right. Okay. The story became interesting to me because I started seeing how the two divergent camps of the conservatives and leftists, Republicans and Democrats, how they unpacked it and how they viewed it. The right viewed it as this is abhorrent behavior. Nobody should be sleeping their way to the top. Women shouldn't be using their bodies that way, da, 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 da. But then I saw people on the left say, well, this is a Black woman who's in a very, very, very tough field, and she should be given the right, or she should be given our support. And I'm saying, this is very interesting. Because when I look at the Democratic Party and the political left, I notice that they see women and treat women differently than people on the right. For instance, Kamala Harris, y'all have heard me talk about this before, brings these women into her campaign and exploits them. He had Megan Thee Stallion up there on the stage twerking and shaking and dancing. Glorilla, Cardi B, not intelligent, not women who have done great things like, I'm up here because I was a good mother and that I had invented something that was great, or that I have started a great company and a great career. No. Women who exploit themselves. And how they defend that.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked the question, dadgum, man. So now I'm looking at this, and I see this woman who's a very attractive woman who is using her body to sleep to the top, and they're saying over on the Democrat Party, say, what's wrong with that? And I started putting two and two together, and I said, well, I understand now. That's not why they had no problem with Kamala Harris. Kamala had done the same thing. Like I told you before, Kamala had moves. When she was young, she was a good-looking woman. And when she used those looks and whatever else she used to get what she wanted. And this is something we got to start understanding by the Democratic Party and the left, y'all. They don't have a problem with that. Matter of fact, they prefer to have it that way.
Don't tell me.
I told you they were a party of perverts. So when you look at the fact that they say she was sleeping with this guy by Emmanuel Ocho, don't know if it's true. Skip Bayless, don't know if it's true. This guy whose last name is Dixon, don't know if it's true. But the lawsuit says that is the culture they have up at Fox Sports. That these women get up there, and to get positions or to get jobs they want, they have to sleep around. Almost like what they said Harvey Weinstein had in Hollywood. If you want something from it, you got to get on the casting couch. And if you don't get on the casting couch, you ain't going to get it. I don't care how you feel about it. You're not going to get it.
I mean, I've always heard about the casting couch, and they say Fox Sports. There's something came out about Fox some years ago. I want to say Megyn Kelly was there. I'm not saying Megyn Kelly was involved in this at all. Please don't misunderstand. I'm not saying that at all. I just remember there was a movie made about the whole thing. In any event, I've never heard of this woman, but it seems to me that some women are willing to do that. They are willing to do that. That is just something that I don't think I've ever even thought about doing. I mean, I've always heard about it, but that woman is very pretty. And so when some women see that they have an opportunity, they will. I mean, this is just not made up. And I don't know her situation. So allegedly, the rumor is she slept around. Okay, she slept her way up to where she needed to go. And now this is coming out. Woo, some people will do anything, I tell you.
If you have children, if you have little girls, you don't want them to be affiliated with this part of this type of ideology. I looked at Stephen A. Smith. And he seems to be kind of all over the place when it comes to these things. He wants to have it both ways. He wants to say that he's a fiscal conservative, but he's a social liberal. Now, let me tell you how that can't work together. How it's an oxymoron. You can be that, but it leads to destruction. And I'll tell you how, okay? Follow me here. I'm a fiscal conservative. I'm an entrepreneur. I work hard. I produce a good product, make a lot of money, pay my taxes, invest well. That's fine and good. But now, as a fiscal conservative, I'm a social liberal. Now, what does that mean? That means my children own crack cocaine. That means my wife can't keep a budget. She has to just spend thrifting. That means that anybody and everybody off the street, like illegal aliens, to come in my house and eat my food and lay around. That means that my children are going to stay in and out of rehab because they can't stay off drugs and alcohol. That means my daughter's going to bring in all kind of babies without no daddies, and I got to take care of all of them. And whatever you make on the fiscal conservative side, it's going to be swallowed on your social liberal side. Now, how's it supposed to work? You're supposed to be a fiscal conservative, and you're supposed to be a conservative when it comes to social issues. Because then when you make your money, your children are going to school and getting good grades. You're going to church on Sunday, and your children are happy. Your wife is coming home, and she's done in the streets. You ain't letting a bunch of illegals come into your house and eat all your food and take up all your space. You're protecting your property and not allowing jokers to come in and steal and rob it. Social liberal don't believe in that. He believes that you can't protect your property or anything. So when you find these stupid people say, well, I'm a fiscal conservative, but I'm a social liberal, you're supposed to look at them and say, you're a fool. That's what you are.
I am an independent. I am not a Democrat. So I ain't apologizing for anything anti-Dem that I may say. Nor am I a Republican. And I'm certainly not apologizing for that. I have things that I am conservative about, and I have things I am liberal about. I am a staunch conservative when it comes to my money. I'm a fiscal conservative. You damn right. I ain't apologizing to nobody. My man Brandon's in the studio. You got a problem with that, B? I don't have a problem. You got a problem with that? Betty, you got a problem with that? Yeah, you better not have a problem with it. I am a fiscal conservative. I can't stand these damn high taxes in New York, New Jersey, and California. Okay? So trust you me, anytime I can get away with moving to another place and not having to pay them damn taxes, I'm not going to hesitate. Let's get that out the way. But I'm very liberal when it comes to living and let living. It doesn't matter whether I approve or disapprove, whether I like or don't like. I believe in living and let living. That's how I roll. Gay rights, abortion rights, whatever the case may be, live your life. Live your life. You understand? You want to be transgender, go ahead and be transgender. You're a gay individual, go ahead, live your life. Now, when you try to say you're a guy and that you're transitioning into being a lady and you want to compete against women, now we got a problem, because I think that puts women at a distinct disadvantage.
And you think you're smart.
Woo.
So Stephen A. and the rest of these guys, him, Cam Newton, who else? A few of these other liberals over there are defending this, and they're basically saying that it's all right for a woman to sleep her way to the top.
It's never okay. It's never okay. I'm telling you, this party pretends to care about women. They pretend to care about Black people. They pretend to care about immigrants. They always pretend. But when you look at what they put us in the position of, you know, I've always said they've hurt the Black family. The demon rats have done that, you know, with welfare and all the gangs and drugs poured into Black neighborhoods. But then you got these women, oh yeah, it's okay for you to sleep around and get your way up to the top. What good does that do for a woman to do her body like that and expose herself like that? That is actually degrading and demoralizing. And it ultimately does not put her in a good spiritual place. And also, we've already talked about the women's sports thing. So these people act like they care about women, and other minorities, they don't. They don't.
All right. If that's your thing, that's your thing. Me, I think it's misogyny. I believe that is horrible. I believe that if you have to sleep your way to the top and use your body as a prostitute,
It's awful. It's awful,
you
guys.
need prayer.
Mm-hmm. A lot of it.
You need counseling.
Mm-hmm.
And you need people to tell you that this is not right and this is not proper.
Nobody
But this is not the left, y'all. When you go into Hollywood, you see what they make women do on screen?
Mm-hmm.
You think this is a love of women? When you look at what Hugh Hefner did in Playboy magazine and what Larry Flint did in Hustler, you think this is a love of women? When you go to LA, the porn capital of the world, and you see the things they make women do on screen in order to get a job or to make money or to get box office receipts. You think this is love of women? You think them taking women, put them on the battlefield so you can get shot and killed and living in foxholes with men is love for women? Working in coal mines? No, man, this is stone cold hatred. Like they hate everything else.
And again, that reminds me, what he just said reminds me of this Pete Hegseth confirmation. You know, he said, and you guys already know what he said. He said, most women won't be good at combat. He said, because you whatever you have to carry on yourself, whatever they have to carry, the weight doesn't change. And men are typically the ones that can carry that and still run and take care of business. He said the bar should be still high. Keep it very high so we can get the best of the best, whether that's men, women, black, white, Asian, Latino, whatever. But don't lower it, because we, on the conservative side, we already know women and men and women are built differently. We just don't live in an alternative reality like those on the left. Oh, no, you saying a woman can't. He's saying keep the merit high, and if a woman can meet it, so be it. But don't lower it so that you can get a certain number of women in. That is what he's saying. And he's saying they don't care about women. They're going to put a woman on the battle line and put her on the front line. That's not caring about us. It's not. Who fought in the Bible? You know, I'm a Bible person. It was the men that fought in battle in the Bible. I'm just saying.
Taking women and passing them around. Passing them around. That's why there's a lot of sex trafficking across the border. Same reason. Pass them around. Pass them around. Pass them around. And if you have daughters, you cannot let them see this as their future. The story to me is troubling. A lot of people just see it as a tabloid journalism. I see it as a harbinger. But you pay attention and you see how the left is going to defend this. And you see how the right is going to say, no, this has to stop. This is not proper. We can't allow this in the United States of America. And you got to ask the question, why would the left defend such behavior? Because the Democratic Party is an evil institution. The left and the Democratic Party are hand in hand. The political left lays their head at the Democratic Party and at the Democrat National Convention. And I told you before, one of the things I want you to come away with this show is that Satan is real. And he lays his head at the DNC. And that this is part of perverts. This is where this comes from perverts, liars, psychopaths, and anti-Christian bigots. This party has been the party of slavery since 1800 to 1860, the party of the Confederacy from 1800 to 1865, the party of Jim Crow from 1865 to 1965. Now it's a party of perverts. But you shouldn't be surprised. P. Diddy and the freak off, Jay-Z and the pornography, Cardi B and Beyonce all walking around half naked, twerking and shaking and all kind of stuff, their breasts and stuff out all the time. I mean, I know you got some right clothes in the closet. You ain't got nothing that can cover all that up. Every time you see him, got something nasty on.
And that's honestly that business. If you're in entertainment, like a rock star or pop star, whatever you want to call Beyonce, Cardi B, and all of them, they are revealing. That's the business that they're in. The entertainment business is about showing a lot of your body. It's about exposing yourself. It's about doing things that are not in any way Christian. It's not in any way Christian, guys. And that's what they do. So that's how they make their money, is to be sensual, sexual in the most provocative ways.
And the Democrats love it. Because that's who they are. Party of freaks and perverts. So now, this woman, Joy Taylor, has been accused of going to Fox Sports and sleeping with every man she could find to hold leverage over these men to get what she wants. And the left says, that's how you do it, girl. These are sick people. You need to recognize them as such. And we need to tear this party down. Saw it with quicklime. Bury it 600 feet under. Pour concrete on top of it. Not leave them a tombstone. And make sure that they never rise again. As you watch this, don't think that it's funny. Don't think that it's entertainment. You look at this and you lament it. Lament the fact that this woman thought she had to do this. Lament the fact that the men would do it with her. Lament all of it because it's all wrong. And you understand this, that I am here to wake you up.
Yes, you are.
Now, I hope I did you some good today.
All right, that's pretty much the end of that. Vince Ellison, and you guys don't forget to smash that like button, comment, share, subscribe, all notifications. Thank y'all. This thing with how they're treating women and treating people in the Democrat Party and the left is going along with it. It is so utterly disgusting, guys. It is reprehensible. I am so happy. Lord, y'all, we gonna have a party, aren't we, on the 20th of this month? Woo! We having us a party, aren't we? Y'all want to have a party? We gonna have some music. I'll do a special live during the inauguration, and we just gonna have us a good time. We just gonna let our hair down. We just gonna have a shindig. But guys, listen up. Don't forget that we have a fast on Friday, this Friday, the 17th, January 17th, 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're fasting and praying for the country, that we have a smooth transition, that no evil happens to the nation, that Jim Crow Joe don't mess anything else up, and that everything goes into place the way it needs to be, the way the Lord would have it to be. Spiritual revival, international revival. I mean, we need to pray for all the things. Remember, evil to be exposed. I mean, all the things. Be very specific with our prayers. It is so ultra important. And I also recommend that those of you who are truly born again to really witness to your friends, the family, your neighbors about giving their lives to the Lord. If you know they're not saved, pray about what to say first, and have God give you the words, because we're in perilous times. We don't have time to waste. People dying and going to hell every day. We have got to be about our business, our Father's business, warriors. Okay, let's get on about our business. All right. I don't want to preach or anything like that, but I believe very strongly that we are getting very, very close to the very end. That I'm not no prophet. I'm not going to tell you when I think it is. Only God knows that. I have absolutely no idea. I just believe it'll be in less than 10 years, but I don't know the day. We're not allowed to know that. But guys, I thank you so much for watching me. Don't forget to smash like, comment, share, subscribe, all notifications, guys. Check me out during, all throughout the day for my videos. Comment, share, like, all the things. You all be blessed. Love God, your families, these United States of America, and march on, warriors. Good night, everybody.